Hello, interwebs. It is Monday, March 22nd, 2010, and today is a great day or a terrible day for America, depending on who you are, what you know, what you think you know, because TV told you so. And guys, of course, I'm referring to the healthcare bill that passed yesterday. And I love it, not even for the fact of what the bill is. I love it for the fact that it's one of those things that just split people down the middle. Then, of course, they always poll people like, what do you think about this? But studies have shown that on this particular topic, only 10% of the people actually know what's in the bill. So, I mean, when they're asking this question, they might as well be going, so what is your blind, irrational fear? Okay, Obama is a Nazi who wants to kill old people because they suck and they are white. Duly noted. And there is a lot of hate on both sides. People shouting, yes, we can, doing what Obama supporters are really good at, cheerleading until they realize, oh shit, there's actually a game going on. And then you have the teabaggers, with the Tea Party movement, and it's the most beautiful thing, because the Tea Party movement is essentially the real-life version of a 4chan forum. There's no positive goal. It's just chaos and hate. And both groups are really good at MS Paint. There's a lot of work to put a Hitler stash on Obama. Except the Tea Party might be slightly more racist. But at the end of the day, at least 4chaners know that they're being assholed on purpose, and positive stances against certain things have happened. But before we move on to a different point, for those of you wondering what I really think about the healthcare bill, I kind of feel like it's a haircut. You know, a lot of people love the way that it was before. It was just kind of like this loose, messy thing that no one really took care of. And then a bunch of us were like, hey, we should get a haircut. And though it's not the perfect haircut, we remain hopeful that it will grow into something that we like, that we can maintain. The worst case scenario, if it doesn't work, we can stop and just leave it the way it was. But I mean, the main thing I would say is with Republicans and Democrats, Repubs, give the Dems a chance. After 9/11, we let you guys have a haircut. Someone punched us in the face, said our hair looks stupid. We shaved our head, we punched someone else in the face, which made us feel good for a little bit. But then everyone started making fun of our hair, and we just started punching people randomly. I mean, because honestly, it could have been worse. Okay, they could have decided to change the Facebook design. Then all hell would have broken loose. It's funny how that works. How people become so passionate. And a lot of it's about how it's marketed. You know, whether it's an idea, product, whatever it is. It's all about the market. You know, going back to the healthcare bill, I can tell you the good, the bad, the 10 new things that are supposed to happen almost immediately. That it's great for younger kids because they're not going to be turned down because they have a pre-existing condition. But then someone out there is going to feed on emotion. And there's lots of ways you can do this. Fear, hate, sex. And someone runs out there and they say this.
In 2008, Barack Obama proposed his Obamacare. The bill that has just been signed will take away my right, my inalienable right, to get drunk at frat parties and make out with hot Asian girls. To oppose this change, go to blahblahbullshit.com and keep the American dream alive.
And regardless if that statement is as deceitful as a fat girl's MySpace profile, people will listen. One of my favorite examples of deceitful marketing is the Geek Squad. Those guys, when you go into a Best Buy, they're like, hey, we can fix your computer and do all sorts of tech stuff. It's really hard and stuff. Posting signs like this that say, we'd explain what we do, but it could melt your brain. But what I really think that sign means is we could explain what we do, but we don't even know most of the time. And the newest bit of marketing from the Geek Squad that borders on fraud is they will set up your 3D television. This, of course, involves syncing the 3D glasses to the TV, which is some pretty technical stuff. They have to do things like turn the TV on, and then it works. When groups out there call the Geek Squad to say, how do you set up and sync the glasses? There are these 3 separate answers, all of which seem to be lies. Because when you turn the 3D TV on, it emits a pulse, and the glasses work. That's it. But then again, if someone is stupid enough to pay Best Buy to do this for them, I almost feel like they deserve it. Unless they're old, which would of course mean since the healthcare bill has been signed, we'd have to beat them to death with baseball bats. I'm not sure if you're aware of that. In the bill, if you're 70 or older, I get to kill you with a baseball bat. But the Geek Squad is disgusting. And I'm not even saying we should get rid of them. That would be a terrible idea. Because I feel like with the Geek Squad, we've corralled the douchiest of the douche. And if we keep them in this small little group, they'll distract each other with conversations about MMOs and civics with 6 spoilers, and they can never really do too much damage. Scary thoughts. But guys, of course, I don't expect you to blindly believe me, so whether you agree or disagree, just be aware. And your Monday question of the day today is, what do you think about this healthcare bill? You love it? You hate it? Or if you're just over the whole situation, give me the best fake clause that's in the healthcare bill. But it can't be the ability to kill people with baseball bats. That's mine. But guys, of course, if you want to check out any of the stories, galleries, today's 6 of vloggity, or cool stuff that happened today that I couldn't fit into this video, check out the description. But guys, that's really all that mattered to me this Monday. My name's Philip DeFranco, and you've just been filled in. I'll see you tomorrow.